This is Bartending Pro, and in this one we're going to learn about going on vacation. Stick around. How you been? Haven't seen you guys in a while. That's because I was on vacation. But look, I came back with a super cool Save Water Drink Tequila plaque made out of legitimate license plates. What do we got in here? We got Mexico. I don't know if I said I was down in Mexico. El Salvador. There's a bunch of weird. There's one from Peru. That's cool. And then I also have my Woody Page board here now. Thanks for the idea there, buddy. All right, so this one I want to talk to you guys about one of the raddest things, one of the best things about being a bartender, and that is all the time that you can take off. I'm pretty spoiled. I do a 1 month trip every year, and then I'll usually do 1 to 2 weekers on top of that. Outside of like top Fortune 500 CEOs or people that run their own business and they're not just crazy lunatic workaholics, there's no other job that I can think of off the top of my head that you get that amount of time off. It's great if you are someone like me who's just a huge surf bum and likes to travel everywhere. Damn it, the woman is blowing me up here. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, traveling is awesome. Could be to travel, it could be for school, it could be for family. And I'm also gonna kind of talk about in this video how you get shifts covered if you wanna travel. Now, of course, obviously the drawbacks to that is that when you're not working, you're not making any money. But you can go on vacation a lot. And if you're good at saving your tips or your money that you're making, then you save up and you go on a trip. And there's a lot of people in this industry is notorious for that, where a lot of people will save up a lot of money during the busy season and then they kind of don't work as much, or they go on this huge, long, extended trip during the slow season. It's great to have that option if you want to. Now, that being said, it's hard to travel during the times when everybody else is traveling, in terms of like the holidays, weekends, and normal celebrations that everybody else is doing. We have to work for that. So there's a little bit of a catch on this, that when most everybody else is traveling, like say for the holidays, it's a classic one, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, people like to plan trips to go on. As a bartender, it's almost, at most places, especially if you work at a bar that's busy during those times, they'll oftentimes mandate that you can't take time off, that you're not even allowed to request time off during those periods. So there's a little bit of give and take with the freedom that you have as a bartender. So the way that you get time off, and the reason it's so easy usually, is it just comes down to getting your shifts covered. Now, if the way that your bar is set up, that the way they do the schedule, if they do it the same every week, like some places you'll work at, you'll have a set schedule, your schedule is the same every single week. So you know that you work these days at these times every week. And good and bad of this, the good is that if you know that those are your days, then you can just get them covered. Put up a little sheet, hey, I'm going on vacation, and you have the dates and the times, and you have other bartenders or whoever can work your shifts sign off on working those shifts. So they basically become their shifts while you're gone. And this you need to do because then if anybody doesn't show up, then it's their fault and not your fault, and then you don't get in trouble when you know what I mean? So it covers your butt, covers your bases. The other way is if your schedule changes, it's a little more tricky because you have to tell them ahead of time that you're gonna be going out of town, or maybe you have to request that you're gonna be going out of town for, you know, this time period. And this is a situation where they usually will write the schedule each week. This is probably a little more common, especially at maybe the bigger, busier bars. You'll have multiple people that work on each shift. And so those times that you come in on those shifts, like if there's 2 or 3 people or 4 people, the time that you come in on that shift will rotate. Like one week you'll come in first, the next week you'll come in second, the next week you'll come in third, and so on and so forth. So if that's the case, then they have to know when you're gonna be gone. Sometimes there's rules and you can't take off more than 2 weeks or 10 days or a month or 2 months or whatever it is. So you'll have to feel it out at your bar and know what's going on. But generally it just comes down to identifying when you wanna go on your vacation. Make sure that there's not anything in the policies of the establishment saying that you can't go during those times. Then you get your shifts covered, or you tell them that you're gonna be gone so they can cover your shifts for you, and then you're off scot-free. You don't have to worry about anything. You're out, you're gone, you're on vacation, you're doing whatever the hell. Another thing that I wanted to mention, when you're getting shifts covered, keep in mind that other people will one day want to have their shifts covered, or just cover a single shift on a daily basis because somebody's sick or somebody has another obligation from life or school or whatever it is. Then keep in mind that it's a matter of reciprocity. Like if you want people to cover your shifts, then you need to cover their shifts. And vice versa. Like if there's a guy that never covers your shifts and he needs a favor, you should be the bigger man or the bigger woman and cover their shift. However, if they're a total douche, and there's been instances where there's people that until they do something nice for me, I'm not gonna do them any favors, and they continue to screw you. So those guys can just kick rocks. But remember that cover shifts, help people out when they need help, so that when you need shifts covered and you want them to help you out, then they'll be willing to do that. Okay, I think that'll do it for this one. Like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace. For more kick-ass videos, check out these playlists. And subscribe to get new videos. Bartending Pro out!